That's way too loud.
We don't want to scare anyone.
Don't be fucking weird.
Her.
Don't be fucking weird.
Don't be fucking weird.
Don't be fucking weird. Hosted by the funniest two people I know.
Don't be fucking weird. Don't be fucking.
Don't be fucking weird with your horse, Kale and Sydne.
We're dedicated.
Hi,
know.
I'm Sydney,
I'm Kale.
and welcome to episode 10.
And welcome to episode 10.
Welcome to episode 10 of Don't Be Fucking Weird.
That is crazy.
Episode 10, that is crazy. That's cuckoo.
Double digits.
Bonkers. Bananas. Oh my god, we're coming at you from
Sweating.
Gowanus. Sweating. I think Sydney and Rylee are sweating. I'm not.
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
sweating.
we have our first partial guest today.
Partial guest that is going to stay a little quiet.
She's
a little shy.
my sister.
Sibling time.
Rylee, can you say hi?
Hello.
Hi.
It's bring your daughter to work day today.
We were walking here and she was like, "You guys are sprinting." We're like, "That's just the way of life, baby." That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
You're tuning in to Quick Radio. Live from New York to the world.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
And I'm your host, Kale. What's up, you dick suckers?
93.3 FLZ.
And she's coming.
All right. So this week we're going to talk. What are we talking? Ghosts.
Yes,
This week
we're talking
going to
about
talk
paranormal activity. Dun, dun, dun.
So we're going to tell you some ghost stories.
Yeah, but first, you know how we do it. We like to start out with our weekly recap.
Yeah.
How about you go first?
Okay.
Because I don't know, mine was a little bit of a Debbie Downer, so
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to come in with bad energy
Not Debbie Downer. Why?
because I had a bad week.
All right. Well, like this week, what did I do? Oh, okay. So after we left the studio last week, we went to Rebecca's, and that was fun.
That was fun.
It was actually super bizarre. After I don't think you knew what was going on inside.
No, I had no idea. I was outside the whole time.
Yeah, I was in there, and this girl. There was like a guy who had who had two girls with him.
Can we say pimp?
Yeah, is pimp a slur too?
I think so.
Is it actually?
I don't think you're supposed. Like, it's just like I don't know. It's like
He was a pimp. He was a pimp with his two hoes.
50.
I'm a pimp.
I don't know what you heard about me.
He was sitting
First
next
song
to
of the episode.
Yeah, he was sitting next to Shay and I, and he puts this powder on his phone, like literally I've never seen
Pixie stick.
I've never seen so much powder. I don't know what it was, but we
You
were
know
both
what it
like,
was.
I don't know what it was. 'Cause he would have died if that's what I thought it was, and we were both like, holy shit.
And he did it?
Yeah,
Like in front of you guys?
yeah, with his hose next to us.
So,
One of the girls asked if she could sit between us.
no, we're not. That's what we're not going to do.
Yeah, it was weird.
I'm good, girl.
It was really weird, yeah. And then I repainted my room again.
Okay, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And then what else? Oh, we all went to the park.
Yes, we did.
That was so fun with Antonio and Daniel and William and Seth and James.
And James.
That was fun. On the way home, after that, we were playing soccer. Me, Antonio, and Daniel, and James. We were all running through my
I saw
neighborhood.
the video.
You saw it?
No, I saw the video of like Antonio kicking the soccer ball.
We were kicking it off the buildings. We were kicking it at random people, and then they were like getting so excited and like kicking it back, like all the way back to my
You were
apartment.
really forming community.
It was like a music video. We were like, "Hey, this is yours!" Like passing the ball to
Hey,
every
bro,
single
over
person.
here, pass it to me.
It was cute. And then what
Little
else?
flash mob.
James is visiting this week, so I've been very like touristy. Went to the
Who is
MoMA.
James? Who's James? Who is James?
Oh, James.
No, James, you want to know
I'm sorry, sweating again. More. James is my friend from Canada.
who took you to prom 5 years ago? He flew down from
10
Canada.
years ago.
10?
That was sweet.
20?
Yeah.
22.
Thank you, Rylee, for the math. 5 years ago. He took you to prom 10 years ago. He flew down from Canada. Ladies,
Yeah.
if he wanted to, he would.
Yeah, he was my prom date 10 years ago in high school, and we met through like mutual friend, and then like I thought we met through Tumblr, but apparently I added him on Facebook or something, and then we went to prom together.
And the rest is history.
He came down. I've seen him once 5 years ago, and then this trip, and so him and I've just been hanging out and going.
You went to the zoo?
Oh my god, we went to the zoo today, and that was so fun. We went to the MoMA. What else? We went to Central Park.
Oh my god, y'all are hitting the city up.
Yeah, we went all over the place, but that's really all my week's been.
Okay, perfect.
It was fun. It was great. The zoo was probably the best part.
Yeah, you were, y'all, if you could see my
camera roll
photo album, it's just like a grid of just one day, probably even 1 hour at the zoo.
I was going to say it was only an hour.
And it's just animals, and we're at this barbecue restaurant tonight, and she's like, look at this one. I had to cut her off. I was like, you get 2 more to show us, and then we're done. Because it's like, I feel like I'm looking at the same picture over and over and over again.
It's all different animals. My camera roll looks like National Geographic's Instagram feed.
Just give her the iPad with a cocomelon. Should be good.
Fucking baby.
Yes.
Look at this
I'm
monkey.
like, very cool, Sydney. Very cool. Oh, is it a penguin? Very cool. That's awesome. Look at its flippers.
I'm like, check out this fish.
Look at this penguin's butt. I'm like, ew. It gave me the ick.
It was cute.
Not that big ick.
It was cute.
To you?
I'll have to show it.
I'll have to show it.
How was your... Okay, so Debbie Downers. And
all right,
I've had a
so
great
let me,
week. So.
Well, at least someone did. I don't know. The solar eclipse, I'm blaming that. I don't mean to sound like that, but I am blaming it on everything. I feel like I ran my social battery just to the fucking ground this week. Like, bit off way more than I could chew. I was just like overly tired. Every time I came home from work, I was just like, all right, I'm going to bed. It's like 5 o'clock. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm going to go to bed until 10 o'clock. I'm going to wake up, order DoorDash, eat it really quick in my bed, and then immediately go back to sleep. I don't know what was wrong with me.
Maybe you have a tampon in you.
I haven't had my period in a couple months.
Maybe you have a child.
No, it's just not regular since I had my surgery. But,
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. Damn, that's crazy, Snow Head.
Damn, that's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm not reading all that. But basically, I had like a sitcom bad day on, what was
Saturday.
it? Sunday.
No, Sunday, yeah.
Sunday, where, I mean, it started out really great. I woke up at 5:45 and just like went on throughout my day and met up with William. I had coffee with Steven, went and got a hair clip in Williamsburg, and then met up with William at Winsun Bakery, and then had like a bottle of wine. We had drip coffee. We had the bacon, egg, and cheese on a scallion pancake. Everything was so good. It was amazing. And then we had to take a train for almost an hour up to like 80th Street or something like that to go see our friend, William's best friend, Seth, graduate from Columbia.
That sucks.
It does. I want to celebrate my friend who is graduating from an Ivy League college. But I am never doing that shit ever again.
Going to a graduation sucks, especially like...
It was horrible. I was horrible. And then like, I don't know. I just had to be around Seth's family, and that was fucking weird. And
Did he listen?
I don't know. He knows it. He knows it was weird. His mom just kept looking at my tattoos on my legs with like this disgusting look on her face.
Where are they from?
From Atlanta, I think, or DC or something like that. But every time I would like make eye contact with her, she'd be like this. And I'd be like, "Hey, so I'm really proud of your son for graduating from this college. Aren't you really proud?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm proud." I'm like, "Okay, she fucking hates me, so I'm not doing this." And like, I just had like mad anxiety. So then we leave, and we're like, "Let's take Seth out of this moment." But Seth is really anxious, so we bring Seth to the park where you guys are at, and
We're frolicking.
you're frolicking, and I was just like, I'm fucking exhausted. I am wearing this like very uncomfortable white linen blouse, and I'm just like, all I want to do is just be closer to my home. But I thought being in the park was gonna make me feel better, because like it usually does.
Yeah.
You know, but I
You were
just
not
was
feeling
not
it.
feeling it.
You were not feeling
I was
it.
not feeling it. And so then, as I'm getting my bike from your apartment, I step in dog shit. all over my loafers. All over my loafers, so much so that it goes up the sides of the loafer.
I cleaned it.
And yes, you did. That was very nice. And you're like, let me take it. And you were cleaning with your hands in the sink. I was just like,
I wasn't going to use a sponge.
use your toothbrush.
That's gross.
That's nasty. But I heard it as soon as I stepped in. I was like, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And I just look at the bottom of my shoe. I'm like, that's dog shit. And so I'm like, okay, I'm so happy that I'm going home. I'm going to put on like comfy clothes, big pajamas. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to drink some water. Everything's going to be fine. I'm biking like by the Navy Yards. I'm going through the bike lane. And this DoorDash driver is right behind me, and he decides to pass me. So as he's passing me, he runs over the biggest puddle known to man. It was so deep that it looked like it was going to China, and it splashes from my ankle all the way to my fucking face while he's passing me. All over my legs.
Karma because you put gum under the table.
I said, Sydney, do you think that I got splashed by the DoorDash delivery driver by a puddle because I put gum under the table at Rebecca's? And she goes, absolutely.
That's literally why.
Guys, I just want to put a little disclaimer. I didn't feel good about doing it, and I didn't want to swallow it, and I'm really sorry. And
I swallowed mine.
I'll go back to Rebecca's and I'll take it off my damn self.
Yeah, you outed the place.
Did. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but I did it. And I can't take it back. But yeah, so that was instant karma for that.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, let's normalize talking about our breakdowns. I had a breakdown. Had a breakdown in Trader Joe's. It then proceeded onto the train and then onto my walk home and then putting away the groceries. And then I just fell asleep for pretty much the rest of the day.
Jeez.
And then it kind of carried on through the next day. And today, I'm feeling fucking good.
Are you okay?
I'm feeling good today because we went to that fucking barbecue restaurant. And I took a revel for the first time since last time it was hot, you know?
Yeah, I've been reveling.
It was really fucking nice to ride the revel again, get on the hog, you know?
Yeah.
Get on the old hog.
On it.
But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, and I think this is like the first episode where I talked about just having a really shitty week. So everyone has them, and I was really rolling with the punches because goddamn, I was getting the shit beat out of me. I felt it.
Do you still have more about your week?
What was that? Me or you?
That was me.
I think I got back on the revel and I felt really good about it, and then I was excited to go back to hometown today to get those sesame cauliflower bites.
Yeah, they're so good.
I love eating like a big girl. That's fine. Ain't no shame.
They're so good.
And getting candy for dessert, walking to Gowanus and recording this podcast. Episode 10, y'all.
Episode 10.
Episode 10.
We're
and
in first grade, right? How old are you when you're 10?
5th.
This is the last time Rylee
You said
saw
first grade? You're 10 in first grade?
10 is the last time Rylee saw James.
Correct. But let's go back to what you said. You said first grade?
Yeah.
10 years old?
No.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm
you're
glad-
like 7 in first
Listen,
grade.
we're all fucking up our math today.
How old are you in first grade? No, yeah, I know.
You're
like-
5 in kindergarten. You're 6 in first grade. You're 7
Well,
in second
no,
grade.
it's because I've been working. The ESL students are like 8 in first grade because they like keep getting held back.
Oh, yeah,
That's what I was thinking, I think. And like some are 10 and in second grade.
Good save.
They actually are. So I was like, I don't know.
I don't know how old you are.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about ghost stories.
Don't sound too excited.
I don't know what I'm going to talk.
You don't know what you're going to talk about?
I mean, I will once we start talking about it.
Okay, do you believe in the paranormal?
Rylee, you want to begin in on it? You want to answer some questions with us?
Sure.
All right. She said,
Get in on in here.
Yeah, you have to pull it like towards. Yep. Get in on it. You want
Saddle up, girlfriend. Okay, Rylee, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever seen one?
Yes.
multiple times, right?
There's one at my mom's house.
Currently?
Yes, it's a dude. Like, it looks like our dog Doodle.
A labradoodle.
It's a dog ghost?
Yes, Sydney and I both
we had to
have
bring
seen it.
I had to bring a witness on for this episode.
Oh
my sister.
God.
Yeah, I was talking to
And
Sydney,
it roams the palace?
and it just starts running. Like, it does a full sprint. And
I'm not even kidding.
no, it's
You
not
know-
even a joke.
You know the gorilla suit on SpongeBob when the guy's dressed up like a fucking gorilla?
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Wait, what?
Doesn't it? Like, it look like
It
that's what the
does.
shadow of it looks like.
Is this only at night or in the daytime too?
Nighttime. It's so
From
weird.
across the lawn or in the
No,
room?
in the house.
In the house. And I thought, like, I feel like I see things sometimes. It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But, and I thought I saw him. And then my Uncle Chuck actually, like, stood up and was like,
What was that?
what was that?
What
and
was
I
that?
was like, I saw that too. And then Sydney saw it later the next day.
Yeah, and she didn't even tell me about
No,
it.
and then she was like, I just saw something run. And I was like, I saw that yesterday too.
A ghost dog. Okay.
It's not actually a dog.
Because
It's
our
like
dad has like a long-haired like black labradoodle. It looks like our dad's dog, like if it was on two legs and running around.
Wait, so it's like a little person?
no, it's
big.
tall. It's
It's
tall.
tall.
It's really big. It's
What the fuck are you talking about?
You asked.
You did.
I'm not trying to gaslight you. Your
We
experience
both, three
is
people have like experienced the same thing.
Uncle Chuck, Rylee, and Sydney.
I'm not her Uncle Chuck.
I've never heard of Uncle Chuck before. Remember when we used to have sleepovers at your mom's house and we would see the light through the ceiling and it looked like a
baby?
baby's face? Because your room was like connected to the garage or something.
Oh.
The
But,
light
like,
would come through
The
weird.
light would come through if the garage light was on. And one time, like, we went into the garage to make sure that the light was off because it's like the baby face kept staring at us and we were like, this shit is freaking us out. Like, let's turn the fucking lights off. And then we go lay back down into Sydney's bed and the fucking light comes on. And then
Yeah.
the baby face is there and we're like,
No.
this is...
in the garage.
Yes.
In the room, yeah.
Oh,
and
no, that
I don't think
room.
her mom was home or anything. Like,
No.
the light just like randomly comes back
That
on.
room is really scary. I mean, that house is haunted. That mom's house is freaky. Like weird shit.
I get like weird knocks in the middle of the night. and
Literally,
then,
she
like,
called me the other night.
like scratching, and I think it's my dog. And I go and like open up the door.
What was that?
Oh my god.
Did I get you?
My eyes are getting watery.
Did I get
talking
you?
about it.
Yeah, it's scary.
But like,
She'll call me and she's like, Sydney, like,
but
I
there's
swear-
nothing I can do about it. Too.
I swear Daisy just scratched the door and then she
No.
opens the door and
Animals, no. Animals, no.
no, but the dog's not there.
No.
Wait,
like,
what?
I'll hear like a scratching at the door.
And it's,
and I
no
go
one's
to
there.
Open it, and no one's there, and then
No,
I start
now
just
you have
crying.
me crying. No,
I just
you
start-
never have me crying.
And I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. And
It's just like,
yeah, and it's literally, and I'm like excited
Ew,
thinking Daisy's
stop.
coming to my door, so I'm like, opening it up, and then no one's there, and she's
it's
in the
actually
room.
so
It's
she's like
actually
on the
terrible.
other side of the house. Yeah. That shit used to happen to me too.
No, it's actually
What?
Because that used to be
terrifying.
my room.
Okay, now you got me. The first one was like a little silly with the gorilla suit reference
That's
from
the only thing I
SpongeBob.
could think of. Like, it was like it's a big black figure that like goes running. I mean, I don't know.
I agree,
Okay,
though.
so
Have
the
you-
place that I used to work at, Kimball House,
Yeah.
is also haunted. It's a train depot from like 1862, 1860, something like that. So it's old as fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
so the shit has popped off there before, and when I
And
worked
in Atlanta.
and in Atlanta, like, yeah, it's a very, very, very old city. So when I worked at Kimball House, like, there was so much, like, paranormal activity that would happen at the restaurant. And one time, my manager, Kizzy, was telling me this story where there's this room that they call the glass room where you, like, polish glassware. And there's, like, a freezer walk-in that you can go into. But, like, it's a very, very small, cramped room. And so to go in it, if someone's, like, polishing glass in the room, you have to, like, ask them to, like, scoot over to, like, get into the walk-in freezer. So one day, Kizzy is polishing glassware. And to be courteous when you're leaving the walk-in freezer, you do it like a double, like just letting know to someone, like, move out of the way because I'm about to come out of the freezer. And so Kizzy's like polishing the glassware and he hears, and he moves out of the way.
Oh no.
And he's like, okay, no one's coming out. Maybe they just had to grab something else. And he's like, okay, I'm going to keep polishing glassware. And then it was like, he's like, okay, that's kind of annoying. Like, just fucking leave the door, like, push open the door so I can keep polishing glassware. Nothing. And then keeps going, polishing glassware. On the
Ew,
door.
I don't like that.
On the door. And he's like, all right, what the fuck is this? He opens, no one's inside.
Ew. Ew.
No one's inside.
Did anything like that happen while you worked there to you?
Yes. So they said it was like a, okay, this is going to sound crazy.
Sounds crazy.
I know, talking about ghosts is like crazy because it's like, how can this be true? But okay, so one night I was closing and you close around like 1 or 2 in the morning and we're usually like drinking, like sweeping, having a good time, whatever. People are outside like smoking cigarettes and then coming back inside and continuing to close. And there was one night where I was sweeping and there's these giant windows on the walls of the restaurant and I'm looking out and I see like someone smoking at the table, but I'm like, wait, that doesn't look like anyone that works at Kimball House. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And it's just this like colonial I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but he's a fucking colonial little boy. And he's like wearing like suspenders and like high shorts and stuff. And he's just sitting like this.
Stop.
At the at table, like whatever it was, 42. And he's just sitting there like this.
No.
And I look and I was like, what the fuck was that? He's gone.
Oh, no.
So, and then every time, it was a train depot. So the train runs by Kimball House like pretty frequently. And whenever the train,
He's crying.
whenever the train would run by, mischief always happened. Like something would break or like someone would get hurt or something like that. So there was one time in the back where we were having like this like private event or something, and you could hear the train coming. And there's this glass rack like full of just like martini coupes and stuff like that, and they are like secure and locked in on this like little rack. And the restaurant shakes when the train goes by, but like nothing, everything's secure on this glass rack. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden we're like, okay, the train's coming, and you hear like the glasses rattling and you're like, nothing's gonna break. And then all of a sudden we look at the glass rack and it's wiggling and one of them just goes phew, flies across the room.
Oh no.
Flies across the room and shatters onto the floor. And I'm like, y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that?
Oh, no.
And everyone's like, let's not talk about that. Like, no one wanted to talk about it because it was so fucking scary. Like, it was like someone was just toying with us. Like, like, yeah. I see that you see me. I'm going to make this fucking thing fly across the room and I'm going to break it because
Rylee's just crying the whole time.
I am this little colonial boy that died at Kimball House at the train depot or some shit like that. I don't know.
Well, train, I mean... I was just...
Speaking
of trains...
I love the train.
Well, I live under the train now, and was I telling you guys this at the
yes,
this
tell everyone else.
Tell everyone. Apparently, like, so one of my new roommates, she recently went into this shop and told them where she's living, and the people that worked there were like, oh, you need, like, this crystal, these things, like, you need all of this, like, for protection or something, and she was like, why? And... they were like, well, if you live under bridges, because our apartment's literally directly under a bridge. And,
Dumbo.
And down under Manhattan Bridge overpass. I'm literally. I am Dumbo. And apparently if you live under bridges, those are associated with, like, death. Yeah. And then also we live right under the train. Yeah. So, like, I don't know. Our apartment.
It's spooky.
It's, when I'm there alone, I've
never felt anything when I go into your apartment, but, I've never been there by myself either.
I've only, randomly where the door, other than a actual person being there last week.
Intruder alert.
I've, like, gotten really bad sleep paralysis in this apartment. And and that's...
when people start talking about sleep paralysis, I can't do it.
I think that's something else.
You think it's something else?
I don't like it. I think it's, like...
demonic?
Yeah.
That's, like, paranormal to me. Yeah. Sleep paralysis falls under that category.
I just got goosebumps.
Because sleep paralysis feels like... that's, like, the realest, like, ghost shit I've felt is, like...
because sleep paralysis, can we get a definition?
So I feel like this mic is fucked up. So, like, sleep paralysis is basically when you're sleeping and you're in between, I guess if you look it up, I think it says, like, you're in between sleep, like, REM sleep and something else. So your, like, mind is still half awake or something, and you're having, essentially what it says is, like, you're having a bad dream and you're partially awake, but you can't move your body. So that's the paralysis part. So you're asleep, but, like, you're kind of awake, and you can't move your body. And
I heard people like project out of their body and can see themselves like sleeping. Is that
I've
sleep
heard that.
paralysis?
yeah, sometimes. Well, it's just, I mean, to me, I think everyone's different. I think some people can, but for me, always in my body, and I am in the same room as when I fell asleep, which makes it even creepier because you wake
Because then
up,
it becomes dream world too.
it's
Tell them the story about Cade.
yeah, that I literally moved out of a house, and I was living in St. Augustine. St. Augustine's the oldest city, for anyone that doesn't know, and literally in the U.S. And I was living in a house in St. Augustine.
Her house was fucked, y'all. This
is another house in St. Augustine, not the one you were at. You were never.
Okay, so this is why I wanted to talk about ghosts, because you're like, I don't know if I have anything to talk about. I'm like, your house was living in St. Augustine. You have a bunch of shit to talk about.
Yeah, this was like this. This wasn't that house. It was the last house I lived in St. Augustine.
Oh my god!
And it was the first time I had sleep paralysis. And James and I were actually talking about this at dinner because he said that he gets sleep paralysis before like anxious events or something, but I've never had it like associated with events or any like significant times. But I was living in this house, and it was like, I don't know, this house had weird vibes anyways. Like my roommate in the house fell through the floor one night when she got out of the shower, like literally fell through the floor, like into the dirt, like
What?
through the house. Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, this house was weird. And like,
Can you imagine being butt-ass naked and then falling through your bathroom
was
floor onto the
dying.
dirt?
I would have big girl PTSD the rest of my life. She wasn't even big though. That was the thing. Like,
Oh my god!
she was not big enough to where she should have just fallen through the fucking floor. So this house was weird, and she was out of town for like a week or so, and I was sleeping alone in my room, and I had fallen asleep with like the lights, like one of my lights on or something, and all of a sudden I like wake up, and I'm looking around my room like as it was when I fell asleep and everything, and there was like, I couldn't move no matter how hard I tried. Like I couldn't move my body, and I thought my brother was in the room. Like I thought he was in the corner of my room, and I thought his back was turned to me and he was crying. Like it was just like this. It was like and I was like trying to say like, Cade, what's wrong? Like I was trying so hard to be like, what's wrong? Like, and I was like panicking a little bit because I was like, why is he here? Like, how did, like, something really bad must have happened for him to drive to my house, you know, and like, and
It's terrifying.
no, it's actually, it gets, yeah. And then I'm like sitting there like trying so hard, and I like, the more I was trying, the harder it was. Like I was being pushed down, like I couldn't.
That's what they say it is.
Yeah.
Is that someone
I have
like
if
you see like pictures, it's like you're laying there and then like someone's holding your body.
But no, yeah, so I thought it was Cade in the corner crying, and I was like trying so hard to be like, what's wrong? And as the more I was trying to get up and the more I was like looking, you know,
Oh my god!
it started getting bigger, and like he was like growing, and it was like black. It was just this black figure in the corner, and it starts getting, I'm like, wait, that's not Cade. Like, and it started just like getting closer and closer to my bed, like this black thing, and I don't
know this part.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what it was. Oh my god,
no.
like this is the scariest shit ever. Yeah, and like yeah, I don't know what it was.
Stop.
And it got like, it literally just was in my ear, and like it was like a different language.
No,
Like something was, and I literally start freaking. Yeah, I somehow like pull like something in me. I thought I was gonna die. Like I literally felt like it was like, I don't know what the fuck that was, but I just like snapped out of it. It was like 3:30 in the morning. Got in my car. Yeah, it was like in the middle of the night. I ran out of the house because I was there by myself. I ran out of my house, and I got in my car, and I went and sat at the beach. Like, because in St. Augustine you can drive on the beach. And I literally drove to the beach, and I sat there. The next day,
I'm crying.
I think maybe 2 days. It could have been 2 days later. Like I packed all my shit up and I left that house. Like, and Chelsea moved out too. Like that's exactly how I moved back out of St. Augustine. It was like coming towards the end of like our lease and stuff, but like we ended up blaming it on the fact that she fell through the floor and the guy like never repaired it.
Oh.
But I was like, I'm not going back.
All I can say is, oh my god. Like, that's fucking you have me in literal tears.
Yeah, that was bad.
Okay, so this reminded me of a story with you and I.
At my dad's.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember? I'm about to start crying.
I know this one's really scary.
This one's really
This
scary.
one's scary too.
Okay, I have to hold on to the cord.
I know
for
we're
this
gonna have to
one.
give a warning before.
Yeah.
Don't listen to this episode at night.
Okay, so
Spooky.
Sydne and I were spending the night at her dad's house.
When Dad and Athena lived in Sable Harbor,
and we were sleeping in the room that had the desktop computer. And
It had like the pull-out bed that you could pop up. It was like that middle bedroom by the pool table. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
yeah, so Sydney and I were getting ready for bed, and I think we were watching TV or
I
something.
think we were watching like Holes.
Yeah,
Like,
we
the
were
movie
watching like
Holes.
something very wholesome, decom, whatever. And I think we just like decided to go to bed. And so I was sleeping in a new place, so I wasn't really like comfortable, and I was just kind of like staying up and stuff. And I remember
And
like
being like at your friend's dad's house. It's like
Yeah.
the most like least hospital. You know, like your friend's divorced dad's place. Like
yes, I'm like, okay.
and we're on
this-
2 separate like twin beds.
Yes, like the bed is like a pull out, like underneath the bed comes out, and you were on the bottom and I was on the top. And I remember you being like, do you like, I need to sleep with the TV on, like I need just like static
Yeah,
or
I
like
used
something
to always
noise.
have to have TV on.
Yes,
To sleep.
no, you did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to always have to.
So I was like, okay, cool. I don't normally fall asleep with the TV on. So I was having really hard time sleeping. So as soon as I like turned over and looked to Sydney, I was like, okay, she's asleep. I'm going to turn off the TV. And then that's when panic ensued. So I'm like laying there and I'm like, all right, just like go to bed, blah, 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 blah. And I think it had only been like 30 minutes or something. And then all of a sudden I see this light go on and I'm like, what's that? It's a TV. And it just turns on randomly. And I'm like, okay, that was fucking weird. So let me just turn that off. And I just turned the TV off. And I'm like, okay, trying to get to bed again. And then the desktop computer goes off. And it like the whole ass computer just turns on. And I'm like, okay, that's fucking weird. That's a like a power button here and a monitor power button here and a mouse pad and everything like that. So I had to like get up off the bed and like turn everything off. And I'm like, this is fucking weird. I don't like sleeping here. And Sydney's just dead asleep over here. And so then I'm like, okay, finally I can like fall asleep. And I am like about to hit this REM. I'm like kind of conscious, but I'm like kind of sleeping. And then all of a sudden I hear my name, like that I used to go by, and so close in my ear. And let's just say for all intents and purposes, it was Kale. And it was Kale. And I was like, what was that? And I was like, okay, that was really close to my ear. And it felt like Sydney was just like woken up and like said something to me. And I was like, that was crazy. So I was like, just pretend that was just my conscious just saying my name or something like that. And then I try to fall asleep again. So I'm falling asleep and it's like, Kale.
Ew.
And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And so I'm like, okay, this place is fucking weird. Just go to sleep. All right, third time's the charm. I'm going to sleep. And then all of a sudden, clear as fucking day, someone said, wake Sydney up.
Ew, I hate this.
Wake
story.
Sydney up. And it said, I'm gonna start
Ew,
crying.
I know,
It kept saying over and over again, wake Sydney up, wake Sydney up, wake Sydney up.
Stop.
In my ear, wake Sydney up, wake Sydney up.
It's actually so
repeated
scary.
itself?
Yes,
It was just
repeating, wake Sydney up, wake Sydney up, wake Sydney up.
Ew, I hate this.
And so I like
Both
jolt
cry.
up and I'm like, and I just start shaking her. I'm like, Sydney, wake up, wake up, wake up. And she goes, I was just having one of the worst nightmares of my entire life.
No, actually.
And
I don't remember saying. Yeah, like
she like woke up like in a fever, like a sweat. And I was like, Sydney, I know you're half asleep right now, but something just told me to wake you up.
And then I just went straight back to sleep.
Yeah.
And then we didn't talk about it again. You told me like 2 months later. Like we were at my mom's one night, and you were like, "Do you remember like that? What happened at your dad's house? Like that was." You said like something like that was crazy. And I was like, "Wait, what?"
It was
And then yeah, you like told me, and you were like crying when you were telling me.
it was
and I
so
like,
fucking frightening.
was it like
Yeah.
a man's like a scary voice, or was it just
No,
like...
it was just like it felt like obviously when you hear voices clear as day in the middle of the night in your ear, you're not going to be like calm. You're not going to be like, this is such a nice, like, it's not a bad spirit. It's not evil, but it honestly didn't feel, if it's telling me to wake my best friend up,
when
like,
she's having a nightmare.
yeah, like, and then it's turning the computer on and it's turning the TV on and it's like trying to get me to be up or trying to wake Sydney up or something like that. I'm like, then it can't be bad, you know? And I forgot about one story at Kimball House. May I share?
Of course.
Okay, so we're closing again. Everyone's drinking. We're all having a good time. And we all encouraged each other, like, leaving at the same time so we could all lock up. And we had lockers like in this hallway that you would have to go down and like after the dining room. And I remember just being like, oh shit, hey guys, I know you're about to leave, but like I have stuff in my locker that I need to take home before I go. And I was like already feeling like pretty tipsy, but I was like kind of scared because like all that colonial boy shit happened. And I was just like, it's weird as fuck in here. And so I'm like, will someone go with me? And they're like, no, like just go. And I was like, okay, fine. So I go down this hallway. There's no lights on. So I have my little flashlight out and I go up to my locker and I'm just like grabbing like one of my jackets or something. And then all of a sudden, as I am like opening the locker, I hear someone coming up the stairs to go through the hallway. And I was like, oh, someone's like coming up to like make sure that I'm okay. And all of a sudden I just like feel the of someone like passing by me. So I sneak back, like I sneak closer to my locker. I said, oh, excuse me. And I look behind me and there's no one there.
Oh no, I've done that before too.
And I was like, and I just go, hello?
Nothing.
No one's there. They're all in the dining room.
Did you
like,
just run back to the dining room?
No, I felt another gust of wind pass the other way.
Stop. Like walking back and
Yes.
forth? Oh,
Yes.
hell no.
So then I fucking booked it.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
it and I told everyone about it and they're just like, ah! And I was just like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here. Goodbye. But it was just so weird because I was so confident that someone was like coming into the hallway
that's
that
what's freaky about
scooted
that
into the locker
Yeah.
to like
I've done
make
that in my
myself
mom's
smaller.
house
We started
before.
tame with the haunted dog. And we just slowly
It wasn't a haunted dog though. It was a silly story to start out with. Like,
and then we just got so serious.
And you know that photo that for my graduation party?
Oh god.
So my cousin.
Wait, the one of Chris.
So there's
Oh my
a
god,
photo- no,
this
this
is
is
actually
where-
the scariest thing
yeah,
ever.
But it
It's
was
just like a dead
It was
face.
like a photo with Chris with his girlfriend, and you just see straight as day, just like
dead
meeting in
woman's
the back.
face.
Yeah, like a dead like,
In the
you can
photo.
see-
Where?
We
my-
have
from
it.
my mom's
like my
house.
grandma took it, and we like were trying to figure it out. We're like, oh,
is
could this
that?
be or something like that? And we're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just Chris's like the
Hair.
photo changed, but it wasn't. There was like no way. That
And there
it
was
could
another
be.
photo where like the flash had been off or something, and you could just tell it wasn't his hair. Like
Yeah.
it's like I'll have to show it to you. But I was gonna say the only other story is the house that you'd been to in St. Augustine, the big like
Me and
6
Allie
bedroom.
stayed in that room, and
You guys stayed in the haunted room,
and we didn't want to stay at your house anymore
I know.
because
It
like
was
shit
scary.
kept happening.
Yeah, like
I don't
shit-
remember. I think I would want Allie to be here to like sit because
Yeah.
she remembers everything. But we just like
Lights-
woke,
that
we
hou-
stayed up the entire night because we took shifts with each other because we were so scared.
Yeah, like that was the same thing where you would hear people walking up the stairs.
Yes.
So like me and Sierra had the top bedrooms. Like we had 2 bedrooms. We had 3 bedrooms upstairs, and we had like a spare room, mine and Sierra's room, and then Shelby and Steven lived downstairs. And it was this like super old house. It was from 1800. Who knows what the fuck happened over there? And that house, like you would hear the same shit. Like
Who knew what the fuck happened over there?
who knew what they were doing over there? And like all night you would hear that, and like I would think it was Sierra coming up the stairs. She wasn't home. Sierra and I, that's when we like we would try to smoke weed,
No.
and we would both go back into our rooms, and then we would be like, do you hear that? And like we'd have to like end up going back into each other's rooms and hanging out. We would be like
That-
we would see this like dark thing when we smoked. Like
Doodle.
What?
it wasn't the doodle. It was like we would always see it. And the one time it was me and Sierra. This is like so creepy too. Like it was us and like 4 guys, and we were all just like hanging out in like Sierra's room. And Sierra and I, we smoked, and then she like looked at me and like she was like, Sydne, and I was like, oh my god. And we both were like, I was like, you see it too, right? And she was like, we both started, yeah. And we thought it was just because we were smoking, but like it
Did
would
the
happen.
guy see it too?
I think Joey has had like weird shit happen in that room too. Joey would come sleep over.
You just see it like in the corner of the room or something?
Yeah, it would like it would just be this dark thing in the corner of the room, and we would never actually like want to look at it because it was like obviously not there. Yeah, like it would just like appear, and we'd be like, we can't look at it, and lights would just turn off, go off, like doors would just slam all the time. That house was fucking creepy. Joey like texted one night, he was just out downtown and Sierra was out of town. He's like, hey, I'm gonna crash in Sierra's room. Like, oh, okay, whatever. Like they were like best friends too, and he was like, yeah, what the fuck was that? Like the next day, he was like,
Yeah.
that house, like
Me and
something's
Allie did
up.
not want to stay at your house because we just didn't sleep because it was just so fucking creepy.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of problems with sleeping, like probably because I lived in places like that, and like I used to never be able to have the lights off or like TV off or any. I used to always have to have
Yeah.
sound. I've gotten better.
Have you ever done a Ouija board?
Yeah,
You have?
Maybe
with
that's
Sierra,
why.
I did it with Sierra. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brought
maybe.
some like spirit.
Yeah,
That stuff creeps me out.
no,
just
I did
to
it.
ask for it.
Yeah, I did it with Sierra and Nick Shyman, and we all were in this abandoned farmhouse.
What the hell is
I
this?
know. What?
We were sitting-
No wonder.
Yeah, we were sitting upstairs in this like and we were
What is this, a coming of age movie?
it literally like and we were all like doing it, and then all of a sudden like
It worked?
it started moving. And like Sierra's family, her grandma like would always see shit in their like
Oh no, not y'all together.
yeah,
Dynamic
so,
duo.
Yeah, so we'd always be like spooky, like, but we liked it. Like we weren't like scared of stuff, like we were just like, oh, like we love Halloween, we love like all this shit. So we'd always be like, oh, like let's see what we can do. We were doing it with Nick, who I think I was like dating him for 2 weeks or something, and he was just hanging out
Classic.
with us or something. And we're all doing it, and then like all of a sudden we all look at each other and like all of our eyes are just watering, and we're like, okay, who's doing it? Who's doing this?
Who's doing it?
Yeah, who's moving this? And then like I haven't touched one since. And then I went and saw a psychic in Casadega who did like a.
Oh, I've always wanted to see a psychic in Casadega.
She made me sit on a horse and read my.
What?
I went alone. Yeah, Casadega is like the psychic capital of the world for anyone.
Yeah.
like
My
literally, if
dad
you
grew
Google
up like
it-
right next to there.
Yeah.
What did she say?
She just like told me she was like cleansing me from any like weird shit.
She's trying to pop your hymen.
It was such a generic thing. She was just telling me like, oh, you're like good. Telling me like good shit. It wasn't anything that I was like, but like it was a weird experience. She made me sit on a horse.
A real horse?
Yeah. On a farm.
As opposed to a fake one?
What?
No, outside, sitting on a horse, and was like cleansing my aura and all the shit. And I mean, all that weird stuff. It was on my way back from St. Augustine to like go home one time. I stopped there and like was like, oh, let's walk around.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and then honestly, like maybe it worked because I mean, weird things happen like now and then, like if I'm trying to fall asleep or like the door open, just like stuff that I'm like,
Yeah.
not that bad. The sleep paralysis is the only bad thing now, but
Oh my goodness. Let's get that sorted out
Yeah.
after this episode is over.
yeah,
As a family, we'll get it taken care of.
as a family,
Yeah. We're gonna have you.
it's
What is
gonna
it?
come.
And what is it? Fucking-
Exorcist.
Yes.
Oh God.
We're gonna have you exercised. I'm not sleeping alone.
You guys ever, if you're listening, you should send in ghost stories for
No,
us.
I would love to hear them.
Yeah. Those are fun.
Oh my god, you want to move into the segments for a
Yeah,
little
let's
something
move it.
lighthearted?
Yeah. Now that we've started with the Debbie Downer, we're just coming to bring you bad vibes this week.
No. Your week was good, and the stories were good, and I'm sure people. I'm sure people listening are like, shit. I have a couple of ghost stories to tell.
And yeah, they're like, I do not claim this negative energy. Like
No,
the TikTok
seriously,
comments.
no.
Yeah, we're not sending out any like.
No,
bad
we're not.
vibes.
We're sending out ghosts through the ether.
Yeah, we're just sharing the trauma bonding.
I love the comments on TikTok. I do not claim this negative
with
energy.
the eye.
Or with, like, the
evil eye.
crosses.
Yes. I do not claim this negative energy.
It's like no one's gonna get you through the screen. No one's doing
Sub
that.
Zucky.
Mi-
Mr. Zuckerberg.
Mr.
is out
Zucky
here doing-
himself.
He got him and the metaverse. Anyways, yeah, let's move into
Our segments.
Our seggies.
Our segments. Let's move it to our segments.
Move it to our segments.
Our segments.
Oh my God!
I love that one.
I love that one too. Let's move into our segments.
Oh my god.
Bing bang!
No, not that.
Not that. I'm pressing these like buttons in the
Not the
studio,
bing bong.
and we can't tell what is on them, so that was just a little test. And we have a guest for our segments this week. We said we wanted to hear yours.
Rylee.
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 Introduce yourself. How old are you?
Hi, I'm Rylee. I'm 20.
Where do you live?
I live in Gainesville, Florida.
Damn.
What are some fun facts?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yeah, well, she had a next profile on when we did our little dating thing.
Yes.
Yes, I came in third place.
She had a soft launch of her introduction. She came in third place for top.
Yes,
Hey.
yes.
Yeah, Rylee loves animals.
Hugs.
Love
She's
hugs.
a great artist.
Loves being tan.
I'm
tan
very
as
tan
fuck.
right now. I'm peeling though.
So she's gonna join us and give us her 3 reasons to scream.
She's gonna go first.
And her 3 honorable mentions. But first, we'll do 3 reasons to scream. We'll all go around the table.
Rylee, go ahead.
Rylee, you want to introduce the class?
Let's start it
All
off.
right, I'll start it off. So we were talking, and I would say probably
What's your first reason to scream?
my first reason to scream?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would probably say when guys use emojis.
Specific
pissing you off?
Specific emojis or like always?
Or just anyone. It doesn't have to just be a guy.
Okay, so any emojis or
Just like if they are like serious, like laughing emojis, or like I like ironic emojis, but
Me
just
too.
like
yeah.
if you just
Like what about the monkey emoji?
like
Tim uses that one.
Yeah.
I know a couple guys that do too.
Or
I
like,
like it.
the tongue, or like the smiling emoji. Like I don't know. You know
I don't
what
like
I'm
it
not-
when guys use the "I'm baby" emoji.
No, I fucking hate that
Oh.
emoji. If guys use that emoji, I get pissed
I'm like,
off.
you're gone. You're gone.
Yeah. No.
Not the raw XD have an ass.
Oh
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's pretty bad though too.
That's
What's your
bad.
second reason?
When people get hyper. I was talking about that when we were walking over here.
I was
hyper.
Sydney almost got there, but we talked about it for a second, so I think she brought it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But
We just have to
it's
communicate.
It's when people are like over, like when you're just like chilling and people are like, like,
They're like, what?
right? It's not like, or like I'm hyper right
just like when you're walking, well, not necessarily
now.
walking,
I was
but
gonna
like,
say personal attack.
yeah. But just like bouncing around. Like if we were sitting here and someone was just like running around.
Like a hyper child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not the vibe. That's
You
not
know,
what we're doing right
everyone
now.
else is chilling, so it's just like, I don't know.
What's your third reason?
When people blow their nose in public,
Yeah,
Oh, I hate
like
that.
at a dinner table or something like that.
yeah, that's
There's
disgusting.
There was this guy at work today, not blowing his nose, but you know, the cafe was pretty empty. He just goes like this.
Oh no!
no.
My
Sneezes
dad
with-
sneezes that loud too.
Sneezes, but he didn't even cover his mouth. He just sneezed into the fucking cafe. And I look at him. He goes, "It's not COVID. It's not COVID." And I was like, first of all, shut the fuck up. But second of all, cover your fucking mouth.
Yeah, it's not that hard. You know it's coming too. It's like it's one of those things you can feel coming.
Blowing your nose is embarrassing.
Go to the bathroom.
Just go to the bathroom. Like everyone has
For
to do
everything. Go to the bathroom for everything.
Just go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You don't even have.
Those are good
Yeah,
ones.
those are great.
Those were good, especially for your first time. Welcome in.
Well, thank
Those
you,
were
thank you.
awesome.
Those were awesome.
Hey, sister girl, those were really fucking cool.
Kale, you go next.
Those were rocking. Here are my 3 reasons to scream. Mine are dumb as hell. I was hanging out with Tanner and I was like, I don't have shit to say. My first reason is cat hair.
Oh wait, actually, that's a good one.
Yeah,
It
that
gives
is a
me
good
a
one.
reason to scream.
I'm allergic
you know?
a little.
Cat hair, my cat Twill is a white-haired cat and I wear all black all the time.
Yeah.
So everything that I love is covered constantly. There's not enough lint rollers in the world to like help me get through the day because I'll just be sitting on the train looking down and I'm like, my outfit looks so fucking whack right now because it's covered in white cat hair.
Yeah.
I look like I don't take care of myself. It makes me look dirty and I don't like that. So it pisses me off. I don't like cat hair. 2 is undefined answers. Not really sure where I was going with that one, Kale.
Sounds like a personal.
It might be personal. I don't know where I came up with that one. I think maybe an example is like, hey, can you hang out on Saturday? And then they go, yeah, I'm gonna let you know. And then it's not, but
I'm
it's
the.
like,
But
that's
that's me.
But they also go like, in that same breath, they say like, I do have these plans already, and I have this on Sunday morning, and I have this on Friday night.
Sounds like Sid.
And I'm like, Okay, so no. Okay, so you're saying you can't hang out because it sounds like you got a pretty busy day.
Usually that means like something might fall through, so I want to see you, but
I don't like that. I don't like that. So no, I know why I wrote that now. It's undefined answers fucking piss me off. Just say yes or no. The third reason to scream is my black mold AC unit.
That's
So
a good
my
one.
landlord will not replace my AC unit that does have black mold in it. And so I have to take matters into my own hands. And so probably next episode I will hopefully be talking about the installation of my new AC.
Oh, I can help you.
The yassification of Kale's new AC. Mark also said he could help me. Maybe
Yeah.
you guys could come over together. We could go to Home Depot together. I know you like that place.
Yep.
Yeah, so I haven't turned my AC unit on in my room because I don't want to inhale black mold. But so I've just been sleeping naked on top of my covers because I'm so fucking hot all the time. And it's been
Yep.
affecting, I think, my mental health because I just go home and I'm like, all I want to do is just lay down.
It makes you so tired. That's
Being hot
yeah.
makes you so exhausted. So yeah,
I know,
those are my
sister
3
girl.
reasons to scream.
Those are good.
All right, your turn, sister girl.
Okay. Sister girl chica mama. Okay, so my number 1 is people who are posing with the 9/11 memorial and smiling. Like
So
taking a
specific.
taking a selfie with the 9/11 memorial poles, and they're like, I'm like, why are you
This is
smiling?
sad.
This is not a fun time. Like,
No.
as a tourist, why are you smiling? I mean, I don't know. That pisses me off when I see people doing that. When I see someone post that, no, don't do
No.
that. My second one is obviously pyramid schemes.
Okay,
I
obviously.
forgot about them for a while.
Hey, girly.
Hey, girly, I know this is so random. I literally got that message yesterday.
Hey, girly. I know I haven't talked to you since high school.
But do you want to make 6 figures from your phone?
Love your page.
You can spend more time with your babies.
You are so aesthetic, girl.
You look like a girl boss. Yeah, fuck you. I hate people that are involved with pyramid schemes, and I don't care if you're listening to this. You need to get the fuck out of one.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I'm not going to go to crypto, but...
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
We're not going to get into crypto.
I'm not going to get into crypto, but y'all are getting close
Y'all
to
are
pyramid
testing her.
scheme. Yeah, y'all are in the border of pyramid scheme. My third one is people... I feel like this is me sometimes, so...
Okay, let's hear it.
People who talk really loud to make sure that everyone, like, on the train can hear their conversation.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, sometimes
Yes.
someone's talking so fucking loud and you look over and they're like, yeah, so, like,
Giving
at
the
work
side
today,
eye.
they're, like, looking around to make sure
It's
other
like,
people are looking at what they're
Yes,
saying.
we hear you.
That pisses me off.
We hear you. I started I started playing spa relaxation music in the morning at my job so people can come in and act correct. You know, this group of people came in at like 8:00 in the morning and they're all catching up with each other like they haven't seen each other in 5 years.
And they have to scream
And they're
about it.
screaming, laughing. Nothing's that funny at 8 in the morning. And so
No,
I started
yeah.
playing spa music so people would match the energy of the cafe so they can fucking not come in and just start yelling and subject me to listening to their conversation.
Did it work?
I was...
All in a day's work.
Really? Can you tell a difference?
Oh, I thought you said good work.
Did it work?
Yes, it did. A lot of people came in. They were like, "I really like the vibe in here," and I was like, and I was like whispering. I was like,
We were at dinner 2 nights ago, and it at Grand Electrica, it's small in there, and James's Apple Watch went off, and it said that the decibels in the room were so loud that like his hearing could be damaged, and it was literally this one table of people just screaming
"I hate that."
the entire dinner, like talking.
Shut
They were talking about
up.
their music videos and stuff, and they were like screaming, just like I feel like it was like to make sure everyone heard.
Yeah, it's
what
just
they
a
were
weird
sa-
flex.
It's weird, yeah. I don't
Good
like
one.
It.
No.
Thanks. All right, Rylee, what are your 3 honorable mentions?
Yeah, let's hear them.
Oh gosh.
Why? Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
So, I would say condiments, sauces. I love sauces.
She loves her sauce.
I really do.
She is a sauce boss.
We're at the barbecue restaurant. She goes, "Should I get another ranch?"
Oh, that was a long one. Sorry.
It's a long applause
God damn.
for condiments.
Yeah, they really like
Yeah,
it.
Rylee loves sauce. She gets I've never seen someone that loves sauce so much.
There's
She
ketchup
literally
in her
came in with
purse.
ketchup. Yeah.
So we're hash browns earlier. You never know.
What's your second one?
The second one is when people have good music taste.
That's a good
Okay,
one.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my third is when people remember people that I care about. Like, if I'm having a conversation
Yes.
and they, like, remember their names, like, I don't know, we'll be talking, like, one time, and then I'll mention my sister's name, and they're like, oh, how's Sydney doing, or something. Or,
Yeah.
like, I'm just like, wow, that's my heart.
That's so sweet. I love it when people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you actually listen.
Yeah.
Those are good ones, Rylee.
I love those, Rylee.
Thank you.
I think I agree with the last one.
I do too.
Yeah.
And the first one and the second one.
I agree with the second
I
and the
love
third.
condiments.
I was going to say.
I'm a sauce boss.
Yeah.
I'm not one.
I was gonna say.
I was going to say I saw it. I could see it in your eyes today.
I am a fucking condiment girl through and through.
I like a little dryness.
No, I love to coat it in some sauce. I love it like wet.
Ew, it's too much.
It was a little too much today when I was eating with the cauliflower. But I had
You
two
do your
other
salads
sauces.
too
I
much.
soaked mine.
Okay, the salads.
She does her salads
But
way
I've been
too
going
much.
too extreme
Salads,
with the
no.
sauces.
That's like coleslaw. It's not a salad anymore.
No, I can't do an
love
overly
coleslaw.
dressed salad.
I hate coleslaw. Okay, what are yours, Kale?
Mine are very short, sweet, and simple. Number 1, pastries. I love
Yeah. I love pastries. I love
terrifying.
pastries. So good. Yeah.
I love it too.
I love pastries. They're so good.
Pastries make me really happy. Chocolate croissants, carrot cake, muffins, cookies. I love them.
I like them.
Oh. Number 2, naps. Naps really got me through this week.
Yeah.
Guys, I had a tough one. So sometimes my defense mechanism, when all else fails and shit is just not going right, I'm like, I might as well take a fucking nap right now.
Yeah.
And it usually works. I wake up and I'm like, hey, that wasn't half bad. Number 3 is spring cleaning. I really love clean, soft,
That was
airy
almost one of mine.
spaces. I recently just deep cleaned my closet, and god damn,
feels
it feels
so much
good. I feel
better.
like I'm on fire. I'm
Yeah.
like, I open my closet and I'm like, this is so incredible. My god, it's so nice to look at. And then I cleaned under my bed, got rid of all the dust bunnies. It's just magnifique, you know?
Magnifico.
Yes, your turn.
I almost had that same one.
Pastries?
No.
Naps?
No.
Nah. Spring cleaning.
Okay, for mine, number 1 is I don't think I've shouted out FaceTime before, so
Oh,
I don't know how.
I
Yeah,
know.
but that's like a whole personality trait of mine. Yeah, I fucking love FaceTime.
I felt God when you said that.
You're like, damn.
because
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, FaceTime, you get the whole vibe when you FaceTime somebody, you can tell where they're at. You can tell how they're looking when you're saying something. I love it. I want them to see me, see what I'm doing if I look good. I want them to tell. I want to just talk on the phone.
Yes, girl. I cannot agree more.
Apparently.
I cannot agree more.
This motherfucker's spitting.
She did, though, with her water.
I said bars.
That was fucking funny. My second one, the zoo. Because I had such a great time there today. The zoo's fucking fun, and it's like, I could have sat there all day and watched the seal.
The seal?
The
What
seals.
about the baby monkey?
The
The
baby
artist.
monkeys. Yeah. And my third one is ice cream. I didn't
all
even know
good
you had
ones.
pastries.
We all talked about food. That was condiments.
It was a big girl day.
Big girl
Wow.
day.
It really was.
I need my ice cream. I've been eating.
I need my ice cream.
I need some ice cream. I don't know if I said this last time, but I've been eating cereal milk from Milk Bar ice cream with the Fruity Pebbles on top.
Yum.
I need to go get some.
I've been eating a lot of candy lately. Yesterday,
Speak of the devil.
I thought I had a tapeworm because I ate like it was going out of style. It was crazy. Like I had a whole Trader Joe's pizza. I had half a tub of truffle like cheese and sweet potato crackers. I had a lot of cheese yesterday. And I was just like, I was texting like people and I was like, Yeah, no, this is not it. Goddamn, I wish I had a tapeworm so I had an excuse for how much I ate yesterday. But Kim said, you just want a tapeworm so you can talk about it on the podcast. I said, okay. And your point is? Obviously.
My brother used to go, okay, and your point is? That was his defense for every single thing. And he'd be, okay, and your point is? God, he was like totally like poning you.
Yeah, I was just about to say the word poning.
He was like,
Pwned.
yeah. Okay, and your point is?
Pwned.
Yeah.
Rafflecopter.
Pwned noob.
Do we have any voicemails?
No.
What?
Yeah. But it's only really been like one day since our last
No
episode.
questions?
No. Maybe, let me just double check. Because, did you see what I did on Spotify?
We're 86?
No, did you see what I did on
Yes, I did. That was cool.
That you can ask a question
That was
straight
cool.
through Spotify?
I didn't think that you could scroll down, and then I saw that. I was like, I can scroll down, and I saw 2 things that I could do.
Wasn't that cool?
That was cool.
I didn't know you guys did that.
I just found out how to
Sydney
do it.
did it, not me.
Well, I don't know if I can like look at the answers. But maybe there's questions on there. Let me look right now. No. We're 50% male listeners on our dating episode and 40% women.
William told me it was very nice. He goes, honestly, Kale, I learn a lot from your podcast.
Oh, he did tell us
Yes.
that. That was so
He
nice.
says that he learns a lot from our podcast, and I hope to all of our male listeners that you are learning a little something too, because we are keeping it fucking real for y'all. He's like, it's just very insightful. Some things like I felt like I already knew, but it's nice to just have your take on it.
Yeah, that's so sweet. I remember him telling us that, and I was like, wow, that was so nice.
It was very, very nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. I'm glad that you are like taking a little bit of like what I have to say at face value. As a man should.
Oh, not that.
As a man.
As a man.
That's what you should
As
be
you
doing.
should.
As you should. Yeah, we don't have any questions this week. You guys should send us your ghost stories.
Rylee, thank you for
Yes,
Thank you so much for our special guest, Rylee.
thank you so much for having me.
That's what I keep looking for.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Not that.
The cruise ship is about to leave. This is your captain speaking to our even give out. It sounds like you're asleep paralysis, Steven.
Stop.
Sorry.
James's looks like this.
He said it looks like that.
It's a goblin
No.
and an old lady.
Together.
No, different times. The old lady came up and he had
I told you not to tell me
no,
about
but
it.
I gotta tell you guys about it. This might we not
I
probably
created a
off it.
boundary with you.
Off air. I gotta tell you guys about it. Well, you brought up this topic, so I'm gonna overstep. He had sleep paralysis, and there was a mosquito veil, like a mosquito net on a bed, and his sleep there wasn't, but that's what he saw like when he was asleep in his paralysis. And he had fallen asleep at a party, like on a recliner or something. Mm-hmm. And he saw the veil, and then he saw like a figure coming towards it, and the figure was going like this, like breathing in. So the veil was going into like their mouth, like the mosquito net. And then as it got closer and closer to him, he said it was like this close to his face, and it was an old woman just staring at him like this close to his face.
He was awake.
And he had, it was like sleep paralysis, so like not really. It's not. And then he said that that's like a common thing to see an old woman.
For sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I think I'm good on seeing James too for the rest of his duration here. And I wish him well.
He leaves in the morning.
I wish him well. Wish him a safe flight back to Canada. Because I do not claim that negative energy. Say your prayers. If I die before I wake up, pray the Lord my soul to take.
If I die. Oh, what's your song this week?
Oh.
Do you have a song you've been fixating on this week?
It's a really cool dancey song by L.A. Priest.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Okay.
And then it goes.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Another great one to bike and walk to.
That is a great one. Rylee, do you have one?
So I was at the gym and I heard this at the gym, and it's "Feel No Ways" by Drake. It's an old one. It's a classic.
That's a good one.
This shit runs in the family then, I guess.
This is funny because
Jimmy.
Joey used to text me every week. What's that one Drake song? What's that? Because I used to fixate on this song.
Feels No Way.
Feel No Ways.
Should I play it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's like a fun little like.
Can you work out to this?
Yeah. What kind of workout?
I don't know. Just like okay.
Crunches?
I don't really listen to intense music when I'm working out. I listen to music like this.
Downtown whipping on my way to you. You got something that belongs to me.
Go ahead.
Good.
Hey.
Body language says it all. All right, my turn. You want to hear mine?
Yes.
I wonder what it is.
Did you not tell us what it is?
No, you got to guess.
Is it Wait For You?
No,
I know. That's what I thought it would be too.
that was last week.
Is this Kodak Black?
Young Lean, Dog Boy.
Yes.
You didn't know?
Unfortunately, that's a hit.
You're going to be listening to it soon.
I know. I will be.
Probably same actually.
I know.
Getting a FaceTime.
Oh, thank God. Who is that?
Oh, what's up?
Oh my God, we're in the middle of recording.
Well, we're
I'll
done.
talk to you after.
Oh, you don't want to be on air?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
you got a feature.
Bye.
Bye.
Got nervous. Well, thank you guys so much for joining into episode 10. It was a little spooky.
Yes.
Just wait till Halloween.
Oh my God, then it's going to get real fucking crazy.
You should have saved it.
We're going to go
No.
rat mode on Halloween.
That'll be this is Halloween's half birthday.
That's why I wanted to talk about ghosts.
You didn't know.
Yes, I did.
But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another. We're eating candy right now.
Send us some questions. Send us your stories.
Oh, your ghost stories.
Give us voicemails. Those were fun.
Tell us congratulations on episode number 10.
Tell us you listened.
Yeah, tell us you listened and tell us you really liked
And remember
it.
my sister's name. Rylee.
Rylee. Anyway. Sorry. I got
We gotta go.
a piece of sugar got stuck in my throat. Kiss on the cheek. Mwah.
Mwah.
Mwah. Love you guys so much. Thanks so much for joining us, Rylee.
Love you
We're
like
with
a
Thank you for
sister.
having me.
Bye.
Bye.
If you see the police, whatever.
Hags.
Hags.
Have a great
I
summer.
signed your crack.
Next week.
Don't be fucking weird.
Don't be fucking weird. Don't be fucking